Hello YouTube, welcome to tutorial 5. Today you will be learning about binary operators. You may be thinking, what is a binary operator? Well, a binary operator is an operation whose aridity is 2. So I've gone ahead and already copied the equation for it. So this is basically what everything is for plus equal adds to the current variable, minus equal reduces the current variable, adds one to the variable. We've basically already gone through this, but this is a little bit more of a stretch on it. We haven't exactly went over what it was. So let's go ahead and set up our program. I'm going to leave that up at the top. Let me go ahead and make it at the very top. All right. So we already know these dashes right here, slashes, cancels out this. The program won't read this, so it doesn't matter if you have it or not. All right, so let's go ahead and start our program by doing our include. Include in out stream. Remember that's for your in out commands, such as sin, cow, and line. Those are the ones we use so far. Alright, and then we're going to go ahead and use the namespace std because we're going to probably use it a few times. So we're just going to be safe with it. So using namespace std. And then our semicolon. Don't forget that you need that on every command or end of the command. Otherwise, it'll read the next command as an error. Alright, so int main. We're going to go ahead and start our program. And then we're going to use funny looking character or whatever. I don't know the name of it. Alright, and then we're going to go ahead and make integer I equals 1. And then we're going to make another integer, and we'll use x equals 2. And for some reason, I don't like to make those uneven. You can leave it uneven, it doesn't matter. And then we're going to go ahead and int, and then we're going to use y equals 3. Now we're going to go ahead and end that. And then we want to go ahead and make our, we're just going to make it calculated one time. We're not going to make it a loop. You can go ahead and make it a little bit more advanced, make it count to a certain variable, but I'm not going to go over that. I'm just going to go over on how to exactly do what we want it to do. Alright, so then we're going to go ahead and make it increase it. I'm going to make I equal 3, so I'm going to make I have to make the I go up 2. So how do we do that? We go ahead and make the plus and equal, plus and compare. That means adds to the current variable. So we're going to go ahead and make it, we're going to go ahead and make it I plus equal 2. And then we're going to end our command. Now we're going to want to make x equal 0. Yeah, let's go ahead and make x equals 0. So we're going to have to make x minus equal, because that's what reduces the current variable. So we're going to make it reduced by 2. And then we're going to go ahead and make our y after we end that command. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and make our y, and then we're going to make y go up 1. So plus plus 1. We went over this one before with the loop, so you should know this. You really should. Oh, accidentally made it plus 1. I'm sorry. Alright, so what this will do is I will equal 3. So we'll make this I will will equal 3. X will equal 0. X will, no, not X. Y will equal 4. So it'll be 304 on the calculation screen. And then we're going to go ahead and end our, well, no, we got to make it display the code that we want it to. So like it'll say variable I equals blah, blah, blah. So we got to make the calc command. Calc, and then I remember the arrows by doing out. Command out, and then the arrows are pointing out. That's how I remember it. You can remember any way you want. All right, so I'm going to go variable, whatever, no, I did not, equals, no, variable I equals, and then put a space at the end, otherwise the I will be spaced out from the word. All right, and then we're going to make the out arrow, and then I, and then another out, and then end one. line. Sometimes people will think that's a 1 end 1, but it's not. That's end L. Alright? We're going to end that command. We're going to do it again, but this time with the X and the Y. Alright, so count out variable X equals, I'll go ahead and add in this. Alright. Now we're going to make the out arrows. And X and L. And then we're going to have to make the semicolon to end that command. And then we're going to have to do it again. Now, let me go ahead and go over this too. I've had some errors myself where I sometimes like to capitalize things and make it notes for myself. Let's say you want to make count, but instead of count, you wrote capital C-O-N-T. Or not count. Alright, capital C-O-N-T. You're going to get an error because the capitalization on C++ does matter whenever you're on the Windows Applications 32. So you want to go ahead and make sure you're not making capitalization errors, or that's why you're getting some type of errors. It might pop away, I don't know. Sometimes it does, sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. Alright, so yeah, you have to make sure it's a lowercase command out, otherwise you're telling it something else. Code that doesn't exist. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and end our code. So to end our code, we're just going to go ahead and make it, we're going to add in get character at the end of the code. And then we're going to make a return 0. Remember, get character is just the enter key, or insert key, depending on what foreign language you are using with the keyboard. You're going to, the user's going to hit enter, and then the enter is going to end the code because it's returning 0. Right? So it's going to pause on get character. Get character argument, and then return 0 semicolon. I'm going to go ahead and put an error at the bottom. Alright, so I'm going to go through and relabel these. Alright, so I plus 2, and X minus 2, and Y plus 1. That's how I always remember plus 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 1, because on a calculator you go 1 plus 1, and then if you hit plus 1 again, it'll equal 2, and then if we keep hitting equal, it'll keep going up 1. You can do that on a standard calculator too. Alright, so this is just shouting variable. Yeah, I'm going to do shouting variable. I'm going to go ahead and paste this. And this just gets the enter key. Pauses until user input. Return 0, close, broken. Remember what I said in the beginning before? This is basically just a sum up of what everything is. This is just combining everything to explain exactly what binary operators are. So this is going to go ahead and int main argument. And then do that. That's what ends that. That's what it goes with. And I didn't really describe this in this one, but this is with the out commands. Basically, this goes with out, so you don't have to do send. You don't have to go std : send, or any type of command. You don't have to put std in front of. So that's a big help, because then we would have to do this. We would have to put in std : std : std : It's all depends on what you prefer to read. But I prefer to read just end line and calc sin. So I prefer not to use std. But in the printout code in the description, I'm going to take out the std and just make it the user namespace std. So we're going to go ahead and debug it on build solution. It'll take a little while to build it because it's quite a large program for what it's just doing. You can probably do something like this in the Windows form in like 5 seconds without this tutorial, but this tutorial is very helpful in teaching you about binary operators. As I said, the 304 equal. I originally equaled 1, x equals 2, y equals 3. And then in the end, we made the I increase by 2, the x decrease by 2, and the y increase by 1. So we basically do this. I plus 2 to 1, so that equals 3. 2 minus 2, that's 0. Y plus, no, not y. 3 plus 1 equals 4. That's basically all there is to that. Go ahead and watch tutorial 6 whenever I get it up. And thank you for watching.